A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was, until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
Last time on Live from Dice Jail, the party, the Keepers of the Soul, wandered into the deep green incursion on the Salter, where he fought off these masked creatures whose name I forget right now. I apologize.
Gone,
where we finished our fight with the Gone. Met up with somebody. Oh my god!
you so much.
Met up with a mysterious mummy, elf mummy from Bash Parker's past, who was very kind as we all kind of saw into our futures, all related to the deep soul of frost, a river, and basically just freezing to death in horrible ways. And then the party continued on our quest to find the Cuttiren first and foremost, because obviously we didn't think of having to find it. And where we last left off, we had encountered a cave, I believe, and right as we're about to investigate it, we turn around, and it's a surviving Gone and the fucking Cuttiren. And I think we're all gonna die.
Yes, so specifically where we last left off, you had found that cave, the Cuttiren had appeared, and the Gone that had survived your encounter was stalking back into the forest. So
That implies if we hadn't killed the other Gone, they would have also joined, which I hate.
well, this one isn't necessarily joining. It's currently stalking back into the forest. It's leaving.
Oh,
Huh.
don't know what to
For
make of
now.
that, but okay.
Oh, okay.
So, here we are, as the Cuttiren stands atop a massive boulder. The entrance to the cave, next to you here. The bird stretches out its massive wings. It has to have at least a 25-foot wingspan as it calls out. Its beak snaps shut like a gunshot. It's time for initiative.
Oh boy.
It snaps shut like a gunshot.
Is there,
It sounds like a gunshot when it snaps its beak shut.
Oh, like that one bird.
Oh, the shoebill.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of.
This thing is only slightly less terrifying than a shoebill.
is there foliage
True.
here
There
that's
is indeed
covering us?
foliage. Not that's covering you currently.
But like these dark green patches, that's the foliage.
That is the foliage.
Oh,
Okay.
it got a 30 for initiative.
What the
Mhm.
fuck was that roll? Did you see that roll? My die didn't roll. It skidded.
So, here we are at the top of round one. Up first is the Cuttiren itself,
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
which is going to begin with a sudden
Uh-oh.
charge
Oh no, he's got a
as
fighter
it
action.
flies forward at unbelievable speed and snaps at Wyatt with its beak.
Oh.
So, Mr. Yono, why don't you pick a d20 for us? 1 through 14.
What numbers? 1 through 13. You know what?
14.
Let's go a bit wild. Let's go for lucky number 13.
Number 13,
Oh
okay.
boy. How do we feel about that?
Number
I know we've done
13,
13
Burger King
before.
Foot lettuce.
Okay, so 13 was the dice that killed Karak, but the last time we had 13, there was nothing of note.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Interesting.
could go either way, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
All right.
50-50, guys.
So against Wyatt, that is
No. no.
a
7.
well, there is
Yes,
a
no.
7 on the die.
Oh,
However, there's
shit.
also a 1 in front of it.
Okay.
Plus,
Fuck.
for a total of 33.
33, it's a crit.
Okay.
Oh.
So let me go ahead. And,
I don't like this.
So
He's too
that is
beautiful.
going to be a lovely. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm fucking dead, aren't
Oh
I?
no.
You might be.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm...
Yono, if it's any consolation, I'm bracing for you.
Okay. Hold on. And you're sure that's a crit?
My AC's 20.
Okay. 76 points of damage.
76.
Oh,
I'm
God.
down. I'm down.
Good lord!
I got 51 hit points. I'm out.
Well, that's bad.
And as that was a critical hit, you were immediately dying too.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And
I know. I just. Wait. Hold on. What kind of damage is it?
that was piercing damage.
Piercing. Oh my god. Okay. I just get gored. Front
Oh
and
as
back.
my
it
god.
Just it basically, you see that big point on the end of its beak? Yeah, it just snaps that shut like over your back and like right into your spine pretty much.
Oh.
It's currently still in the air. That brings us now to Thicket.
Well, shit. Okay. I'm going to calmly pull the scroll of Earthbind from my sack.
All right, one action.
And then the spell itself is 2 actions. Would it
Sorry, was that in
take
your
all-
sack or your belt?
I don't know actually. No,
If
it was on my belt. What?
Okay, good.
If my sack, are you talking about my backpack as my sack?
Yes, or the literal
Okay, no.
sack in your inventory with coal in it.
Gotcha. Oh no. Sorry, it was on my belt.
Okay. So one action.
Yep. And then with my last 2 actions, I am going to cast Earthbind on this thing.
Okay. So that means it needs to make a Fortitude DC against your spell DC. It's Fortitude DC, Fortitude save against your spell DC. That is a 28.
That is a success. I'm debating. Well,
That does remind me, why don't I roll hero point cards for you? Because I haven't done that yet.
oh yes,
In
yes.
case any of you want to actually use those for once.
In case something of helpful.
I
Sure shows
shouldn't
up.
hero point that.
Alright, you all
As much
have
as
your
I want
cards
it
now.
to be a failure. We'll keep it as a success. So it falls to the ground.
Okay. So, this as you take the scroll out, you trace your fingers along the words, and somehow you're able to process the language just by tracing the scroll. And you're able to mumble out the words. As you do, the scroll dissolves, and you all see as the earth around the Cuttiren shoots up and just grabs it, pulling it down gently. So it is now on the ground, no longer flying.
Well, that's nice,
All
I
right,
guess.
that brings us now to Thub.
So I'm just like gonna get some distance between me and this thing real quick.
I should also note, you are Wyatt, Thub, and Thicket. You are all unsettled in the presence of this thing, just like the Gone.
You know, thank
Oh.
you for that.
So happy
thank you.
that
Mhm.
that you've added this in.
We were worried that we wouldn't be unsettled at all, and that would
Yeah.
not be immersive.
Oh yeah.
You know, that would just be a total.
And just to remind you, because I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last time, but just to make sure you all are aware of it, its talons appear to be made of the same metal as the Gone's claws and mask.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Love that. I just love that. I love it. I love all of that.
So you've taken one action to move.
Yes. Are my elements channeled?
No.
Okay, I'm going to channel my elements.
Okay. Would you like to make an
Which I
attack
can
as part
do.
of that?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be an elemental blast of metal.
All right.
It will be piercing. Yes, it will be one action as a consequence of that. That is going to be a 29 to hit.
29 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fantastic. So, I'm using this right. Okay, that is 15 points of damage.
Of what kind of damage? Again? Piercing?
That is going to be piercing, yes.
15. As you fire out this metal, the shards, some of them make it through, but not all of them. It's as if this thing's feathers are armored. So,
TPK.
it takes some damage, not much.
We know what it might be weak to.
So, Mr.
Mike,
Perez, you have one action remaining.
I do have one action remaining, which is why I'm going to test the other form of damage that I'm able to do on this thing. And I'm going to attack it again with a elemental metal blast ranged.
Of slashing this time?
Of slashing this time, yes. See if that gives us any bit of a difference. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 unfortunately does not hit.
Oh, okay. It's one of those.
Mm-hmm. So, that brings us now to Bastion Parker.
Okay, hi, hello. We're gonna start by doing a 2-action heal on my boy Wyatt,
All right.
because, this is bad. Bad. I don't love it.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
my boy Wyatt gets 34 points of healing.
Oh, I'm back to full. Okay. Gotta love the 2-action heals.
Yup. Okay. And then this thing isn't restrained by the Earthbind, it's just on the ground.
Just on the ground, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go here.
Okay. All right then. That is your turn. That brings us to the top of round 2 with Wyatt. You are
Oh.
now awake again.
Ah, it's right on top of me. What's the crawl rules again? What are the
Crawling
crawl-
is an action. You can crawl 5 feet.
I'm gonna really quickly, because I need to keep 2 actions, I think. Wait, hold on. I have an interesting question. I'm gonna check this because Life Pack doesn't seem to have an action required on that. I want to make 100% that's true. It just
That would be because it takes a minute to cast.
oh, I do not. Then I will not cast that. In that case, I'm gonna crawl. Should I crawl? Wait. Yeah, I'll crawl 5 feet, just like really pathetically. And then I'm going to cast. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna try a Fury for bludgeoning damage. I'm going to do 2 things. Number 1, I'm gonna burn my hero point to play my hero point card. Just stoke the magical flame.
Go ahead and why don't you go ahead and tell us what that does?
Yeah, stoke the magical flame. Play when you or an ally is casting a spell. Heighten that spell by 1 level. This can't heighten the spell above the highest level of the spell you or an ally can cast. And the card says, in the name of the all-seeing eye, I call forth the eternal flame, and I'm gonna cast Bone Shaker.
Okay.
With 2 action cast.
So I
heightened.
I will note that heightening it once won't do anything.
Yeah.
It has to be heightened by 2
okay.
levels.
Oh, in that case. Oh
You
shoot!
can
I didn't
keep your
read.
card.
I'll keep my card. Okay. Well, I have that. So you guys
So
want?
where did you
use
put
that?
your card?
I have no idea. It's on the. I played
In
it to the
table.
table.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
There
in
it
the
is.
table. In that case, I'll just do a
Table.
normal Bone Shaker. 2 action
Okay.
Bone Shaker.
Cool.
Uh,
all right. So it makes a Fortitude save.
DC 21.
C21. It gets a 26.
26. Okay, that's a normal success. Takes half damage. So
All right.
I shall roll that. Base damage 3d8. That's 19 divided by 2.
19 divided by 2. Okay. So that will be 9.
9, okay.
So as you reach out and just take all of your medical knowledge, you don't know shit about birds, but you do know that moving something's bones hurts. So you compress its bones, and the Cuttiren just shrieks out in pain. As you all just watch it
Fuck.
shake and quiver, as it takes. It seems like that really fucking hurt it.
Okay.
Alright.
So it
Hit the
doesn't like
bones!
things touching its bones.
Got hollow
Yeah.
bones.
It's got hollow bones! Hit it! Bludgeon
That's
it!
not correct.
We did it! Yeah!
For the listeners,
Give it the
James
8th
accidentally
Street
clicked the
shaker!
dead thing. So it looked like the Cuttiren
There we
had died for all of 5 seconds.
There we go. Much better. All right.
Yeah.
So yes, it is not happy right now.
Hit him with the 8th Street shaker! That's all I have to say. And that's my turn?
Okay. Then that will bring us to the Cuttiren, which stares you down once again, Wyatt.
Oh god damn.
Oh,
shit!
And it is going to start out by.
Colby,
What the fuck did Colby do? Okay. Accurate. That picture of that gif of a shoebill in the rain, accurate.
Fucking shoebills, man.
Yeah.
Actually terrifying.
So,
oh my God.
Speaking of terrifying, this thing is going to step forward. It's going to slash at Wyatt with a talon. That is a 28 to hit.
28 hits. Not a crit, though.
Are you sure?
28? Oh,
If
I'm
you
prone!
look
Are you sure?
at your
I'm
AC,
prone!
that is
I am
in
prone!
fact
Are you sure?
critical
Oh my,
hit.
that is a crit. That is a crit.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually
Are you
dead.
sure?
Interesting.
Oh
So,
no!
I also need you to make a will save as you feel the
will
deep
save.
green forcing its way
No.
into your body.
Ooh, Ooh, that's an interesting will save. 17.
Oof, that's a failure. So, give me a
Give me a sec. Oh no.
All
It's one of
right.
those moments where I feel like if we had cameras, it would really add to the moment.
Probably. So,
I mean, the cameras would just be picking up on me laughing at the memes that we're sending in chat.
Yeah, hang on, let me put mine on.
that is going to be
not the invincible
Hi,
man.
Colby. Hi, Colby Caldwell. How are you? All right. So, God damn it. I
We
just need
can
to keep my
turn
calculator open at this point. Oh my lord. All right. That is going to be 54 points of slashing damage.
I'm out.
Oh,
I think that's me.
shit.
Yeah, dying too, right?
Dying 3. You were already wounded.
Dying free.
1.
Sorry, I was wounded. Yeah, sorry.
So, that is the end of its turn. That brings us now to Thicket.
Fucking hell, man. Okay. Okay.
Poor Wyatt is just getting whacked.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do, Thicket?
I don't know. I need to summon Cranberry, but I also need to help Wyatt.
Cranberry it.
Okay. I'm summoning Cranberry.
Okay.
Right there.
You summon Cranberry right there.
And then Cranberry is going to use his action as part of that to just give a good old sort of primal elemental roar at this guy, and he's going to attempt to demoralize him.
Okay. So I believe that is an intimidation check against his will.
Yes.
DC.
It is a 24.
24, that is unfortunately just barely a failure.
Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. That's my turn.
Okay. Then that will bring us to Thub Ug Iman.
Oh boy, it's time for Thub Oogie Man. So, I'm going to do a 2-action elemental metal blast, ranged, slashing,
Okay.
not piercing, slashing.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 29 again to hit.
That does in fact hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And this was a one
that's-
action
by
or a
the way,
2
that's
action, you said?
That's a 2-action.
Okay.
That is the
Thank you.
third 18 in a row that I've rolled.
Look at you.
What the fuck? Anyways.
Go ahead and give me that damage roll.
16.
16 as you send out these shards of metal. Once again, some get through, but this thing has armored feathers.
Okay, so slashing does not do all that much. I'm gonna try fire
Okay.
for my next attack. For my next trick, elemental blast of fire.
Go for it.
That was a. Okay, I couldn't tell if that was an 8 or a 3. It was a 3, so that's gonna be a 9 to hit.
9 to hit. That unfortunately does not hit. Shocking.
Are you sure?
So, Bastion, you're up.
Are you sure?
Okay. I would like to. Do I see a rock of roughly 1 bulk?
Sure. Or, well,
Cool. I'm gonna.
probably less than 1 bulk, but sure.
Roughly. I'm gonna cast telekinetic projectile at the big bird with bludgeoning,
Okay.
hopefully.
Lovely. Now I believe that's an attack roll.
Is Oh, that's
Hey!
a
my gosh!
Let's fucking go!
Oh, fuck yeah.
Critical hit card number 19. That was a bludgeoning attack, normal damage, but the crit effect is that the target falls unconscious and can't wake up until the end of its next turn.
What the fuck?
So go ahead and
my
roll normal
God.
damage.
Hell of fire.
As the Cuttiren falls asleep as you smack it right between the fucking eyes.
Gave it a fucking concussion.
15 points of bludgeoning
lobotomized
damage.
the thing.
God damn!
Oh my gosh.
17 points of bludgeoning damage. Alright. So,
Cuttiren is unharmed, because that's what it says on my screen.
it does still say that, yes, because it has a lot of health.
Okay.
But also, I think
Oh.
that might be a glitch. It's harmed.
Okay. Good to know.
As it takes a significant portion of damage.
That's good to know. I get over here. Not that. I'm gonna come over here, and that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Though I'm now
So-
unsettled, so.
Okay. So, that brings us around to the top of round 3 with Wyatt, Hyena Barrel. The Cuttiren is now unconscious in front of you.
I am also unconscious in front of everyone.
Ah, yes. I forgot about that.
He's unconscious
So-
in front of it.
And
so.
dying. So,
And
Go
dying.
ahead
Yes.
and
By the
make
way,
a
I
dying
am
check.
dying free.
DC 13.
Can I just straight up burn a hero point and wake the fuck up?
Let me double check hero points. I don't remember if you wake up.
Or at least just not die.
It
Yes.
stabilizes you, I think.
Yeah.
It does stabilize
But it
you.
doesn't
Hold on,
wake
I'm
you
double
up.
checking. Spend all your hero points. Yeah. So
Oh.
here's the thing. You can only spend all of your hero points to avoid death when your dying condition would increase.
Oh. So I actually gotta I
So,
gotta roll this.
You gotta roll
Fail
first.
this check.
Okay, I gotta fail this check. Alright. Oh, I did not fail. That's an 18.
He succeeds. Dying 2 now.
Okay. Whew. Thank you. I burn all free actions to go to dying 2. Yep.
All right. That brings us now to the Cuttiren, which can't do anything and wakes up. That's all it can do is wake up. That brings us to
Really
Thicket.
unfortunately in the turn order for that, but
A little bit.
It'll be like, oh, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a 2-action act together.
Okay.
And so Thicket is going to start that off by casting Runic Body on Cranberry. And then with Cranberry's part of that act together, he is going to punch the fucking thing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit.
That's a dirty 30 to hit.
Dirty 30, that does in fact hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
30.
That is 11 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
11 bludgeoning, 2 fire. Okay. So that is going to be a significant chunk of damage as this thing takes all that and is now quite upset.
And then,
Oh no, he
do Wyatt's death saves, do they count as saving throws?
I don't know. What is the context you're asking about?
Just if I give him guidance, could he use that on one of those saves?
Let's see. Well, it is a check. I don't think there's anything saying that it can't be used on that, so.
Okay, I'm now going to go ahead and...
Well, it's not a skill check. It's not a saving throw. Yeah, nah.
Okay, no worries. In that case, with my last action, Thicket is going to cast Protect Companion on Cranberry.
Okay. All right.
That's my turn.
Lovely. That brings us now to Fub.
So, I just realized that both my elemental blasts consist of metal and fire. And you know what that means? Flint
What?
and steel!
Oh my god, I hate you.
Chicken Jockey. Oh, can someone ride this thing? We can make it a Cotty Jockey.
Oh my god, that'd be
Fucking
brilliant.
God. Take your
That'd
turn.
be brilliant. Why? You know what you have to do.
Take your fucking turn.
About to damn, I figured I had to kill this guy.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna actually use an elemental blast of fire this time around.
Okay.
Fire. Okay, that is a 25 to hit.
25 just barely hits due to it being prone.
Oh, yes. 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 That's a 11 plus 4, 15.
15 points of damage. All right. You send out this fire and you watch as it singes the feathers. The Cuttiren shrieks out in pain and anger. You have one action remaining.
That does it. That does it. The fuck? No, security. I will do one more elemental blast. Actually, I'm gonna go over here on my last turn.
Okay. You move for your last action. And that brings us now to Bastion Parker.
Okay, I'm going to try and battle medicine Wyatt.
Okay. Go ahead and make that medicine check.
It's a 28.
28. That is a critical success. 48 hit
Oh.
points.
Right.
Wow, 48. It's almost 50.
I hate you.
Okay, that's 27 points of healing.
All right.
I'm at
27
full
points of
again. I'm back.
I'm down, I'm back, I'm down, I'm back!
Oh,
And you are now wounded 2.
oh
I'm
yeah.
alive.
I gotta
I'm
be
dead
fucking.
again.
If I get wounded free, I just fucking die, right?
You get wounded 4.
Something along those lines.
Well, I don't fucking die. I can get really a serious injury, you know?
Pretty sure the maximum you can get is wounded 3.
Yeah, it is wounded free. I think if you get die hard, you get wounded 4. But...
Yes.
You lose the lower halves of your legs. You're even shorter now.
No!
Okay. I am going to cast telekinetic projectile again. Just try and bash it with another rock.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
That is 19.
19 unfortunately does not hit.
Shocked and appalled. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
All right, that brings us around to the top of round 4 with Wyatt.
One action.
Hmm.
Wait, no, wait, not yet. I need to fucking crawl away because I still want to be able to hit something.
Drew, may I suggest just getting the hell out of the way?
I stand up and I stride 25 feet to action.
Thank God.
I'm gonna just hit the tree line here and just really get into a corner.
Okay.
I got one action left. Yes, I do. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast guidance on. Who's most likely to get into a really bad situation? Can I cast guidance on Cranberry? Is that possible?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll cast guidance with my last action.
All right, then. That brings us now to the Cuttiren, which is going to take its first action to stand. Its second action, it will take to shake itself off and sprint into the cave.
Oh,
Oh. I forgot there was a cave.
Mhm.
I guess we're going in the. You know what I noticed earlier? I saw it said Cuttiren Lair 1, and I was gonna say something, and then I was like,
Oh no.
I'll just let it go. But it has now become
So-
relevant.
Oh no, bro.
Motherfucker.
What would you like it to do?
What would we like
We're
it to
still
do?
an initiative, right?
Or what would you like to do? Yes. Actually, no, you are not an initiative.
Run!
Go home. Can we
I
just go
guess we're
home?
going in the cave.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
Look, I'm not
So-
letting these spells wear off.
Okay. So, you begin
I'm not sure
traversing
I love getting into a enclosed
cave.
area with it, but
Yeah,
and
fly at least.
you're walking for a much longer. Excuse me.
Can we
longer
take a
time
10
than you
minute?
expect.
Can we take a 10-minute break to get some stamina back?
Do you want to do
Yes.
that?
do we think that
No.
we can catch up with it?
We gotta catch up with it. Let's go.
Okay. So, you continue onwards, following the cries of the beast as you follow through the twisting caverns. Far more cave here than you were really expecting. Until finally you enter a large chamber in which you can see, at least those of you who can see in the dark, because it is pitch black in here. So basically, only Thub can see right now that there appears to be a little pond in the center of this chamber. There appear to be some like geysers or something. And there appears to be a very large glowing mushroom in the corner. And you believe you all hear the Cuttiren on the other side of the room. So,
Can we take a minute? I'll cast life pack on everyone so we're healed up, and then we can rush in. Is that a fucking deal? Can we just fucking do that real quick? Sure. I take a minute and cast life pack on everybody.
you take a full minute standing right here in the same room as the Cuttiren
Yeah, that it might kill us.
with a
This is gonna kill us
large
anyway.
Might?
glowing elemental
Might?
man.
Yeah, chat.
Okay.
I don't know
Does-
about this.
So,
Does the Cuttiren just stare at us as they do this? As they
You
make
You
see
said
that
I was
macaroni dance?
glowing?
no, you're not glowing. Cranberry is glowing. Cranberry is made of fucking fire.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, so Wyatt, you're casting life pack.
I imagine midway through, I stare at the Cuttiren. I just start doing the Macarena
No,
bit.
you aren't staring at it because you can't see anything.
Okay.
But as you begin trying to cast it, the geyser in the center of the lake, whoosh, erupts. A burst of magma poof, lands directly on Thub.
Oh,
Oh.
What? Huh?
When you said geyser, I thought more scalding hot water.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
this is
what I
lava.
was thinking too.
This is lava.
Oh. That's
So,
fun
Wait,
and
aren't
new.
am I not fire resistant?
nope. Why don't you
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead and make a
electric
reflex
resistant.
save?
Fuck. Electric resistant, I forgot. 22.
22. That is a success, so you mostly manage to dodge out of its way, but you do still take 4 points of fire damage from that. So,
4
Wyatt, do you want to
points?
continue casting this spell while there's environmental
at
things
least-
happening here?
is this you telling me to stop?
I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just telling you that things are happening while you're waiting here.
Are we just gonna fight the Cuttiren now, guys? Hey, Macarena, I say that in between the lyrics.
Let's kill it.
Alright, let's fucking do this.
Someone have a torch so we can see the fucking thing?
Oh, fine! I cast, do I have light as a spell right now? I do not. I whip a torch out and I light it.
Okay.
Wait. I don't
If
have a
you have a
torch on me.
torch.
I do not have a torch on me.
Y'all
Never
got
mind.
too comfy with Morgrim.
We did.
Wait.
did.
Wait, I got this! And I whip out the bullseye lantern. Oh, I fucking still have this thing. Remember that horror episode we went through? Yeah, fucking this thing, alright?
Alright.
Where do I... Oh, I gotta point it. Yeah, okay, hold on. There we go. I gotta spin the point.
No, it's
Alright,
okay.
come on, follow
I didn't
me.
realize it would do that. That was really funny. Alright, so. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
Why did I just hear a harmonica?
What?
What did you hear?
I didn't hear any harmonica.
I didn't
That
hear
was
anything.
23.
That's weird.
I also
Huh.
didn't hear a harmonica, but I do
I
think it would
actually
be really
didn't hear a
funny to
harmonica.
gaslight
Alright, then I guess
Cam.
Yeah, that was a
about
very-
the existence of a harmonica.
I was-
something in my
I
room
was-
sounded like a harmonica.
I was
Alright.
a hair away from trying to convince Cameron.
Jacob, roll
that
initiative.
Okay, Jesus.
Alright. Thub is up first.
Yay. What is this guy?
Okay, remember moving through allies takes an additional 5 feet. We're now there.
Is this blast fire? 60 feet. Shit. Okay, well. This is- Yeah. Alright, I'll take a second stride to get to here.
Okay.
And then I will use a elemental blast of fire.
Okay.
On this pajarito.
Alright. Go ahead and roll a hit.
That is going to be a 26.
A 26. That unfortunately just barely misses.
What?
So, that brings us to Wyatt.
What?
Wyatt's gonna just take a quick stride over to here, just so he can illuminate basically the entire room with. Oh, sorry, one more step here. The entire room with his light, and he's going to then cast. I don't really have much I can do. I'm gonna try and cast Admonishing Ray on it, just to get some bludgeoning damage on the table.
Okay.
Wait,
sorry,
no,
so
I'm
that
not
was
gonna do that.
Admonishing?
Wait,
Oh.
no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Bless on myself. Everybody in my
Okay.
50-foot radius is now blessed.
Alright.
Alright, there we go. So everyone just stand here and start sniping! Fucking snipe this thing!
Okay. So currently nobody is in the bless radius.
Of course not, but we'll move in there, you know.
That brings us now to Bastion.
Okay, I'm gonna start by going 2 move actions over here.
Okay.
Then got the giant glowing mushroom, to be honest
Yes.
with you. Okay, I don't have any single action spells. I can't prepare an action because I have to do that. Okay, I'm gonna actually move. Let's see. gonna move there. All 3 of my actions.
Okay, that brings us now to Thicket.
Okay, I'm actually going to start with a evolution surge on Cranberry.
Okay.
So he is going to get a 20-foot bonus to his movement speed.
All right.
Oh, and I wanted that to be an act together. I apologize.
Okay.
That was a 2-action act together. And then Cranberry is going to use his portion of that to stride, which is 45 now? Yeah, 45. Is 25 to get there. And then 20 to get there. 40 feet away now. And then with Cranberry's last action, he is going to stride. And then Thicket also gets the stride as part of that, because of tandem movement. But Cranberry is actually... I'm debating if I want to punch the mushroom or not. I'm going to say no for now.
Might be a post-fight kind of situation.
Well, maybe it, like, is giving it its power. I don't know. Either way, actually, Thicket is going to
Giving
stride
it its
first as
power?
part of that. So just sort of following his footsteps. That is 20 to there. And then I can't get through Wyatt, right? He's difficult terrain.
Correct.
Oh yeah, I'm very
Okay.
difficult.
Gotcha.
Yes, you are.
And then, where's the furthest? Okay, yeah, we got plenty. Cranberry is going to go here.
Okay. And that will bring us now to the Cuttiren itself, which is going to start out with a... it is going to turn to Cranberry. It is going to take a little stride over to him, and it is going to attempt to attack him with its beak. I just dropped my d20. All right,
That's a good sign, gang.
that is a 28 to
Runs
hit.
away.
That is a hit, but not critical.
Okay, so Cranberry is going to take. Let me just double check this. Okay. Aha. Okay, so Cranberry is going to take from that.
I don't like these noises that I'm hearing.
34
Yeah, the
points
oops.
of piercing damage.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
And it attempts
Son
to
of a bitch.
tear into him with a tearing clutch.
Oh, to tear into him, he said.
So-
tear into him.
I don't remember. I don't think Cranberry is immune to bleed, is he?
No, he is not.
All right.
Oh.
So, Cranberry begins to bleed
Okay.
as magma just begins to fall out of him. Why is that not working? Okay, well, let's try that again. There we go. So, Cranberry begins taking 1d6 persistent bleed damage. And that is the Cuttiren's turn. That brings us around to the top of round 3. And how's Thicket doing right now?
Not great.
Okay, yeah.
I got a plan, though, Arthur. I got a plan.
So, as we get to Thub's turn, another geyser erupts.
It's no.
So, let's see. It does actually hit Thub. Thub, make a reflex save. Jacob!
Oh, yep, sorry.
Make a reflex save.
Oh, make a reflex save, he says. Is the
Bruh.
lava falling directly on top of me again? 27?
Yes, it is. 27. That is a success. So you'll take half damage.
Oh man, it sure seems to take a liking to me.
So that's 5 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's great. Love getting 5 points of fire damage.
Now you may take your turn.
Excellent.
So, as Stub moves across the water, I need you to make a will save.
You could have. I could just go around the water, like. It's
Okay, but you didn't. So, make a will save.
26.
26. That is a
Can't see me
success.
flipping you off.
Nothing happens. Why are you flipping me off? You went through the fucking water.
Because you didn't warn me about the water.
Oh no! I didn't tell you exactly what was gonna happen.
Yes.
Oh no! I didn't warn you about the trap. No! How
Yes.
could I be so horrible?
That's,
All right,
that's
so go
what
ahead and
that's what
finish
I'm
your
saying.
movement.
You know,
Go
it's
ahead and
kind of
finish.
fucked up.
Go ahead and finish your movement.
Okay, so that's where was that? Right here or right here?
I don't remember. I think
I think it was right here.
We'll just go with that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So now this guy is. Wait, is he still too far away from it? Okay. Elemental Fire Blast, 2 action.
Okay.
That's a 28.
28. That does, in fact, hit.
Excellent. That's 9 plus 4, which is 13.
13 points of fire damage. All right, you deal that damage.
Excellent. And that's my turn.
All right, then that is indeed your turn. That brings us to Wyatt.
All right, Wyatt's gonna stride over 25 feet just to get some. That's 25 feet. Hold on, let me check. That's 30 feet. There. That is 25 feet, I believe. Can he turn diagonally so these guys can see it?
Yes.
Okay, they're gonna keep him in the limelight. And I have a 2 action left. Can I sustain is 1 turn, right?
Sustain is 1 action, yes.
I will also burn another action to sustain, I guess.
Okay, and that will increase the radius of
Yes,
the blast.
correct. So I want to get that over by 10 feet. So I believe it's 25 feet now.
Yes. I have
Yes,
adjusted
okay.
that, so you now have a
Thank you.
25-foot bless aura.
Perfect. And my next 1 action remaining, I will cast. Is that guidance immunity? I do not believe it's guidance immunity on Bastion Parker. So I will-
Bastion is not guidance immune.
Yes, so I shall cast guidance on them. That hopefully works.
Bastion is now guided.
And that is all 3 of my turns.
All right, then. That brings us now to Bastion Parker.
Okay. I would like to try and bash it with a rock again.
Okay.
Please, thank you.
I threw a rock at it.
That's an 18. Well, actually, no. It's a... Because with bless and guidance, then it's a non-natural 20.
Okay, that unfortunately does not hit.
Fair enough. Single actions with casters are a bitch. I'm gonna go toward this mushroom.
Go towards the mushroom. Okay. And as you do, you feel this strange, very strange presence sort of surrounding you as this glow sort of almost like wraps itself around your body, attaching itself to your skin. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make a will save for me?
That's a 26.
26, okay. So just so we can all now see it, that is the radius of the mushroom's light. That brings us to Thicket.
Okay, I have a question for you, Cam.
Mhm.
With the solar frost being embedded in Cranberry as well, would I be able to use its abilities originating from Cranberry?
Only Cranberry can use it. When Cranberry's out, the Solar Frost is only in Cranberry, not you.
Perfect. All right, well, gonna start with a... And then, as a follow-up question, I guess, do I need to use a manipulate action to use the solar frost, or is it just whatever
Nope.
thing I'm trying to do? It's
You can just
perfect. So that is going to be a 2-action act together,
do it.
where Thicket is going to start off with a... Actually, never mind. That's not going to be an act together. That's just going to be a regular 2-action, where I'm gonna activate the Solar Frost, and I'm gonna cast Rhyme Slick,
All right.
centered right on the Cuttiren.
For the first time, we are using the Soul of Frost. So,
Fuck yeah.
Oh, campaign name, everybody.
So, all right, and this does create a layer of ice. This is a 15-foot burst. So why don't you go ahead and place down a 15-foot burst?
Is this what I want?
Circle. Yes.
Yep. That's exactly what I want.
All right. So I need Cranberry and the Cuttiren to make will saves.
I think it's reflex, isn't it?
Sorry, reflex. Yes. All right then. That is going to be from the Cuttiren a 35.
35.
Yes.
And that's against my spellcasting DC.
That is against Cranberries, which I think is the same as yours. So yes.
And that is, let me just double check. 21. So that is a critical success.
Yes. So it takes no damage.
Correct. And it wasn't going to take damage anyways, because it's immune, because we learned that. But it's not why I cast this.
You didn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So go ahead and what did Cranberry get?
Cranberry got a 29, which is a success.
Okay. So Cranberry will take half damage. So go ahead and roll 2d4.
That's just 4 points of cold, which Cranberry...
Remember to mark off that you used 2 charges.
Yep. And, oh, he has... Okay, yeah, so that's just 4 points of damage to me.
Okay.
And now that little burst is difficult terrain.
Yes, it is. Okay.
That was
Yeah.
1 action. Or, sorry, that was 2 actions.
Yes, 2 actions.
My next one, Thicket, is going to go ahead and pull from his belt. Well, this is going to be an act together to start.
Mhm.
He's going to pull from his belt a healing potion.
Mhm.
And then Cranberry is going to punch this fucking thing.
Okay.
Not good. 25.
25 unfortunately does not hit.
Shit. That's my turn.
All right then. That brings us now to the Cuttiren itself, which is going to start out by going for a Talon Strike against Cranberry. So that is going to be a 40 to hit.
I'm going to hero point that, because Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. That is going to be a 36 to hit.
That's also a crit.
Okay. So, I now need, from Cranberry, a will save, as the deep green tries to shove its way into the both of you.
The deep what?
22.
Bruh. I'm...
Bruh.
Bruh!
The deep
I'm-
what?
I'm not even acknowledging this. Sorry, what did you get on your save?
Oh,
22.
22.
oh.
Okay, so that means the deep green's power affects you. So that is going to be 60 points of slashing damage.
Bye.
So Thicket is now down, and Cranberry is gone. And so as its final action, the Cuttiren is going to begin moving towards Wyatt. And as that
Oh,
difficult
okay.
terrain, it has halved movement. So that's as far as it gets. That brings us around to the top of round 3. Thub, you're up. But first, we have geysers to deal with.
Oh boy.
Yay.
So, Wyatt! Reflex
Oh!
save.
I was
Reflex.
actually about to preemptively roll.
Reflex 27.
27, you say. That is a success. You take 2 points of fire damage.
2 points. Okay.
All right, Thub, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to do a 2-action elemental blast of fire.
Okay. What's the range on that again? 60?
It's 60,
Cool.
yes.
Yeah, you're in range.
Gonna be a 21 to hit.
A 21, unfortunately, will not hit.
Fuck.
You have 1 action remaining.
I do have one action remaining, so I'm gonna attempt a second elemental blast of fire,
Okay.
and I'm going to get a 16 to
That
hit.
does not hit. And that brings us to Wyatt.
It's a real bummer that I couldn't buckaroo.
He's running after me, so I'm gonna do a very logical thing, and oh gosh, I'm gonna stride back 25 feet, so I'm next to my good friend,
Okay.
Thicket. I'm gonna also reposition the lamp, so it's like, you know, it's highlighting him, or it. Sorry, this monster. And they do not have battle medicine immunity. Oh, they do, don't they? Does Thicket have battle medicine immunity? Check?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. In that case, I will burn my last heal, and I'm gonna pull a 2-action heal on him.
All right.
Yes. So heal versus living. let's roll that healing, please. How much is this? Yeah, sounds about right. You get back 40 points of healing.
All right, 40 hit points to Thicket.
That was 40 hit points to me?
Yes.
Correct.
Holy moly.
I would say, Thicket, it's after us. You gotta go kill it.
It bleeding fuck.
You gotta fucking kill that thing.
Kill.
All right, so that brings us now to Bastion Parker.
Okay, Bastion Parker is gonna try to cast Forced Mercy on it and see if we get lucky.
Okay. So, as you go to cast,
Oh, motherfucker, does this mushroom block my magic?
it does.
Fuck!
So,
Okay.
but not only does it block your magic, as you go to cast, you hear a voice. You are combating my servant. Why must you persist?
Contractually obligated?
Contracts have no meaning here. So I believe that was a 2-action spell, so you have 1 action remaining.
Uh-huh. Okay, this is either gonna go really good or really bad. We're gonna go here.
Okay. And you still have the spell slot.
Oh, I still have the spell slot?
Yes.
That's nice.
You keep the spell
Okay.
slot, you just lose the actions. I'm not
Okay.
that mean. All right.
I was just gonna expect that it happened, but that's fine. Okay,
All right.
that's it. I'm done.
There. That brings us to Thicket, who is in so much pain right now.
But you're awake.
He's awake.
You're
I
alive,
give
and
Thicket-
That's
I-
what matters.
In order to make sure Thicket's awake, I give him a bit of percussive therapy. Just a quick, little dash.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, that face coming to fucking kill us, by the way. So, do the
Yep.
thing.
Summoning Cranberry.
All right. In a space adjacent to you.
Yeah, that's gonna be right there.
That is inside of a rock, so we'll go with
Never
right
mind. Beautiful, thank you. And then
He's
Cranberry
just like
gets.
panicking. He's trying to dig into the fucking rock.
Don't mind me.
Then-
I'm joining the rock.
With Cranberry's action, I believe, does that have to be a stride or a strike?
I think we
Nope,
discovered
it
last time
just
it was
takes
just
a
an
single
action.
action. Yep,
Yeah.
sweet. And Cranberry is going to once again roar at the thing and attempt to demoralize.
So I will remind you that things gain immunity to demoralize.
Oh
when
shit!
you try
yeah.
it. Let me double check the duration on that. For 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So
Has it
no,
been 10 minutes?
it's been 10 minutes.
Okay, word.
Is it within 30 feet of you right now?
I think so.
It is.
It
just
is.
barely. Okay. Go ahead.
Splendid. Fuck. 17.
17, unfortunately, is not a success. So nothing happens. Actually. Oh, no. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright then. That is your turn, I believe. So that brings us now to the Cuttiren, which is going to do a sun charge. So it will fly, or not fly, run twice.
I was gonna say, does it have the height to fly in here?
It does.
Oh, that's horrible.
It can
I
just
hate that. Thank
fly
you.
up into the air.
Jesus.
It is going to get behind you. is
the
going
fuck?
to.
That's bad.
That's very bad.
It is going to go ahead and make a lovely, a lovely talon strike against Thicket. That is a. That is a 40.
Oh no!
That's
Do I still have my
another-
hero point? Can I burn that?
If you haven't used it,
I don't believe I have used it because I succeeded on the death save or the
That's
dying
right.
save.
right? Yes.
So I will
All right,
burn a
so-
hero
roll.
point.
All right.
Alright, roll on 1, Cam.
That will instead be a 24.
Oh, okay.
That still hits, but it's not a crit.
Okay.
Worth it.
So, Thicket is going to take from that. Get the correct dice out. Thicket is going to take from that 19 points of slashing damage.
Worse.
And that brings us around to the top of round. Oh, sorry, no, it has 1 action remaining. Huh.
Oh, what?
Right, sudden charge is 2 action. So as its final action, it is going to go ahead and go for a lovely little beak strike on Wyatt.
Uh-oh.
That is an 18 to hit.
18 does not hit.
All right, then. That brings us now to the geysers. So, that is going to be against Bastion. Bastion, reflex save, please.
That's an 11.
And 11, that is unfortunately a failure, so you take 9 points of fire damage. That brings us now to
Better than
Thub.
being hit by this stupid fucking bird.
You seem so enthused.
I'm really alarmed by the existence of the bird.
I too am very alarmed by the existence of the bird. I'm going to double elemental blast of fire this fucker.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a natural 20.
Hell yeah. Alright then.
Fucking yes.
That is going to be card number 41. That was a bomb or spell, technically. So don't roll for damage. You deal the maximum possible critical hit damage with this attack.
Shit.
But the maximum possible.
So, yes, that would be...
Hold on. So that would be hold on. So that would be.
This was a fire blast.
Yes,
so,
this was a fire double elemental fire blast. So that's a 12 plus 4, which is 16 times 2, 32 plus 6.
No,
38.
so the persistent damage is going to happen on its own, so that's separate.
Okay, so 32. 32.
So 32 points of fire damage. And it
Good
is
lord.
now on fire.
Let's
Good
rotisserie
fucking
this
lord.
bitch.
Yes!
The dude is on fire.
Hell yeah.
And not in the fun way, like at the club.
Alright then. You have 1 action remaining.
Yep. I'm gonna do one more elemental blast of fire.
Okay.
Okay. There's going to be a 21 to hit.
A 21 unfortunately will not hit. That brings us now to Wyatt Hyena Barrel. Currently has a big
Okay.
fucking bird behind him.
It's like that scene where you turn around, it's on fire. Pope set it on fire.
It is shrieking in pain and anger.
I'm gamble. Do we gamble? I'm gonna.
I mean, this whole game is basically gambling, so yes.
I'm gonna like. Oh, succeed. This better fucking work, all right? This better fucking work. And I'm gonna cast eject soul on it because it's a rage of touch.
Interesting. Okay. So, eject soul, that is a fortitude save. So,
Yes.
if I can find my d20, there we go. Alright. That is, on that fortitude save, a 30.
30. Okay. That is not a critical success. Sorry, that is not a critical success, but it is a success. So, it's just unaffected.
Okay.
Nothing fucking happens.
You attempt to
Nothing fucking
eject its soul.
happens.
Unfortunately, the deep green is too powerful.
Oh,
It keeps its soul
crap.
in its body.
I'm like, alright, you know what? Fine. I'll just do the one thing I'm good at. Fuck it. And he's gonna stride 25 feet.
Okay.
One thing I'm good at: leaving situations.
And I'm going to turn the light to face this thing.
Okay, that brings us to Bastion.
Okay,
A reminder that that green underneath you is difficult terrain.
Oh, it is. That's bad. Okay, so I can get that far with my first movement.
I believe so, yes.
Great. Second movement.
There you go.
Why would you do that to me? Not you, my computer.
I was gonna say, I didn't even do that. That was Colby.
What?
No.
What did I do?
You made a spot of difficult terrain.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go.
I'll fucking do it again.
Oh, that's good.
Don't fucking do it again.
I'm gonna go there.
Okay. That was all three of your
That's my turn.
actions.
Yep.
So that brings us now to Thicket, Decrochel himself.
Okay, alright. So, before I do anything else, is the plan to pepper this thing from range? Is that what we're feeling here?
It's what we're trying.
Great. So what I'm going to do is a 3-action act together.
Interesting.
Thicket is going to cast Ash Cloud again.
Interesting.
That famous spell that creates difficult terrain for flyers exclusively.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
Go ahead and place that
That's
20-foot
nice.
burst.
Does it matter if he isn't flying?
But it did fly earlier, so we know that it can still fly.
It has not flown since you got into the cave, but
Wait, what? I thought that's what when it moved around a bunch. Wasn't that flying?
no, that was running.
That was running. Oh shit.
Yeah, it ran 60 feet.
I thought it flew over the water.
No, I meant to say run, but I said fly, and then I corrected myself.
Ah,
I
shit.
understand the confusion.
I missed the correction. Fuck.
He's all good.
I guess I gotta commit with this now. Shit. Alright. Go ahead and place that burst then. Well, at the very least, we know it won't be able to fly.
At least not
So-
well.
All mercies, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. And then, now as soon as I do that, it's creature
Now,
that
where you
starts
just
their
placed
turn.
where you just placed that burst is not somewhere you can see. There is, in fact, a rock between you and that location.
Oh, I see. Let me. How about there?
There you go. That
Shit.
works. It does get you and Cranberry in it, but it works.
Yeah, I'm aware. Which is why, as the second part of this, with Cranberry's action, he's going to stride. And then, because I have tandem movement, would that allow Thicket to stride as well?
Tandem movement is an action.
Is it?
So you need to use tandem movement as a separate action.
I see. Okay, well then, in that case, can we have? I mean, can we just use the tandem movement action?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll do that then. So Cranberry, and I forget. Does Cranberry keep the buffs from last time? Like, would he still have the evolution surge?
Yes. Conditions stay persistent on the Eidolon even once they're dead.
Gotcha. Okay. So he is going to move. I guess it doesn't really matter, but he's going to move all the way back here.
Okay.
And then Thicket is going to do the same.
Okay. And now Cranberry bleeds.
That's
so
right.
go ahead and make that flat check for him. As he takes his 1d6 points of damage.
That's a 10.
A 10. Okay, so he continues bleeding. He takes 4 points of damage.
Damn.
All right.
That's my turn.
That brings us now to the Cuttiren itself.
And
so
now
it starts its turn in the ash cloud.
it makes that save.
What kind of a save was this again? Fortitude?
That is Fortitude.
Okay. So that is going to be a 30.
That's a critical success.
Okay.
Wait, no, it's not. My bad. That's just a regular success.
Okay.
So it takes 8 points of fire.
8 points of fire damage. All right. All right.
It's bloodied.
It is indeed bloodied now. And at this point, it is going to do a sudden charge out of the smoke from the ash cloud. And over here,
Hey, bud.
to behind you once again. So it is going to go ahead and attempt to beak Cranberry.
It's got a vendetta against you three.
So that is going to be a 26 to hit Cranberry.
Is a 26 to hit Cranberry. Let me just pull up my abacus here. That is a success.
Okay. So in that case, Cranberry is going to take from the beak. Oh fuck. 39 points of piercing.
Owie.
So, Thicket is immediately down to dying too, and Cranberry is gone once again. The Cuttiren will then use its final action to stride up to the mushroom and bash
that's
through
bad.
it.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
And then it has 5 feet of movement left, so that is all it will do there. So the mushroom has now been destroyed. That brings us now to its persistent fire damage.
It's still on fire.
So it takes those
There's
5 points of persistent fire damage, and on its recovery check, it gets a 3, so it is still on fire. That brings us now to the top of round 5. We start with the geysers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thub! Reflex save.
Bob is missing all of the fucking, like, bird
26.
shit, so...
24, you said?
The guys are
26.
26. That is a success. So you take half damage, meaning you take 3 points of fire damage.
I love how I've lost 12 points of damage to just lava falling on me from a geyser.
That brings us to Wyatt.
Wait, I haven't. So wait, hold on.
Oh,
hold
sorry,
on.
sorry, Thub, not Wyatt. Yes.
No. That was
I accidentally skipped your turn.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you for catching that because I wouldn't have. But second off, since it's lava coming out of this geyser, does that not make this a volcano?
It appears to be steam coming out of it, not smoke.
Okay, well, water sure as fuck isn't coming out of it, so,
You'd have to look
what's up with
inside and
that?
see what happens.
I don't
You'd have
want to fucking
You'd have to look
inside.
inside.
I'm not looking inside. That feels like a trap.
Is it? Or is it just a way to
Yes!
answer your question?
No! I'm gonna move over here. Right?
Okay. You move over there.
Okay. As far as this fucker. Oh, just cool stuff. Perfect. I'm gonna use a two action elemental blast.
Utterly shocked.
Yeah, well. That's a 28 to hit.
28 does, in fact, hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a full 12 points of damage plus 4. That's 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. All right.
This thing,
That is
I
the end
really
of your
want this
turn.
thing to be dead now.
That brings us to Wyatt.
Oh my gosh! I really quickly can I turn my lamp as a free action?
Yeah, turning is a free action.
I whip around.
Thicket is actively dying in front of you.
I know. I look at it. He's dying. He's in a bad spot. He's got battle medicine immunity.
Mm-hmm.
I did keep the spell. I'm going to reach down and wait. I'm gonna reach down and I will. Is there anything? It's just this cave beyond this area, right? That's like
You would assume, because that's where the Cuttiren is currently going.
I'm gonna cast stabilize on. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
stabilize him. Yep.
All right, so Thicket is now unconscious. Yeah, it says you lose a dying condition, but does not say anything about
Waking up.
not being wounded. It specifically
Oh,
says
shit.
you don't wake up. So your wounded still increases. But you are stabilized.
Yes. That's.
All right. So Wyatt, that was 2 actions.
Yep. Can I attempt to demoralize the Cuttiren? Can I attempt to demoralize it? I don't have anything else. I'm looking at my spell list that I got. Wait, no. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna cast shield on myself just in case it comes back for more.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you now have shield.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Bastion Parker.
Okay. Bastion Parker is going to start by going thereabouts. And then I'm going to try and cast that Forced Mercy spell.
Okay. So what does Force Mercy do?
So it's a DC 21 basic will save. It softens the target's blows, ensuring they avoid vital areas and cause no lasting harm. All physical damage dealt by the target to living creatures become non-lethal, and all persistent bleed damage is reduced to 0. It
Okay.
doesn't incur the typical -2 for non-lethal attacks. And then, yeah.
Okay. So that will be a 21.
So it succeeds, but not critically, so it's affected for 1 round.
Okay, so its attacks become non-lethal.
For 1 round, yes.
Yes, and it can't deal persistent bleed damage. Okay. Cool. Alright then. Lovely. You have 1 action remaining.
No,
Oh,
I do
you
not,
moved.
because
Right,
I moved.
sorry. Forgot about that. Alright then, that brings us now to Thicket.
Okay. I'm unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're stable.
So
I
basically
spend
there's
my-
nothing you can do.
Okay. Do I wake up at the end of my turn, or am I still unconscious?
So, let's see. If you are unconscious and at 0 hit points but not dying, you return to 1 hit point and awaken after sufficient time passes. GM determines this duration from a minimum of 10 minutes to several hours.
Oh gosh.
Gotcha. I would like to spend my turn pointing out that I am still holding the healing potion in my hand.
You are indeed.
And that is my turn.
Good to know.
And that brings us now to the Cuttiren, which will continue running as it escapes into the depths and is going to take some persistent fire damage as we spin around there. Takes 5 points of persistent fire. However, it is going to recover, so it is no longer on fire. And
Are
the
we
Cuttiren is
still
now
in
gone,
initiative?
so we are no longer in initiative.
Oh, I take the healing potion and dump it into Thicket's gullet.
Okay, go ahead and roll that healing.
What kind of healing potion is it?
Thicket.
It is just a minor healing potion.
This is 1d what? 1d4, 1d8. I think it's a 1d8, right?
Yes,
All right, I roll it, or does Thicket roll it?
Thicket rolls it.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, well, in the interest of
Welcome.
not letting that bird go, I'm gonna
Can
go
we take a
ahead and
minute?
cast a 2-action heal.
Can we take a minute really quickly? I'm gonna cast Life Pack on everybody.
Before or after I cast the heal?
It doesn't matter. You still need to heal him.
Okay, I'm gonna heal him first,
Well,
and then
is-
we can go ahead.
Is the geyser still here?
The geysers are still here. And something else I will note now that you don't have a giant bird to deal with. Thub, something you see at the base of this geyser in the center of the pool, you see what look to be glowing crystals.
Glowing crystals?
Yeah.
Oh
Looks
my
like
god.
there might be some essence stones growing out of this geyser.
Oh,
You get 36 points of healing.
Thank you.
Okay. Are we going after the bird?
let's get somewhere safe first, and then let me cast fucking Life Pack, alright?
Do you want to get in the hallway? The
Yes,
bird
yes,
window?
that's part of the plan. And then we go to the hallway, I assume.
Wait,
Okay.
are we not checking out the stones first? What the
We can get those on the way out.
Yeah, Fob, we can play the rocks later.
Okay.
Alright,
So-
Now is not the time for geology.
As you get to where the mushroom was, you see immediately on the other side that the Cuttiren is there
Oh,
in a large
Okay.
chamber. So if you'd like to cast your life pact, you got to do it now.
I do it now. I have to do it
Okay.
now. I cast it. Fucking finally. Alright.
However, I will note, as this time passes, you do see the Cuttiren in the middle of this chamber, bathed in moonlight,
Oh.
as its face is currently turned up towards the moonlight, coming from a hole in the ceiling of this cavern.
Oh.
It's almost as if it's being revitalized.
Oh, come on.
So,
No.
Do we still want to
No.
cast this? No, don't.
Why?
We need this though.
Why
We so
is the
fucking
We
moon
need
have-
this.
betraying us?
literally-
so
we have
are we
been in
casting
this
life
fight.
back or not?
Well, we have to do it. We need the healing.
I'm in favor.
We
of
need
it.
Just do it.
Yeah, we fucking need it. All right.
Do
And we
it.
finish casting Life Pack, and we just look at this thing. We're like, all right, Let's fucking kill this thing.
During this time, can I summon Cranberry?
Sure.
Thank God. Okay.
Shubadi-doo, shubadi-doo, shubadi-doo.
Put him fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
I do the meme where I cast Life Pact on all of us.
All right. So you cast Life Pact.
Yes.
All right, and here we are in this next area. So
All right,
let me see,
fuck
does Life
me. All right,
Pact have
shoot,
any
fuck me.
conditions? No, it does not. So
No,
all right,
you
so
just have.
Life
Everyone
Pact-
has it.
Okay, so if anyone takes damage that would reduce them to 0, everyone else immediately loses 3 hit points, and the triggering target regains a number of hit points equal to the number lost. Now, I don't remember. Does Cranberry count as a separate creature?
Yes.
Okay.
I
You know what? I don't
think
think
so.
that matters because you share a hit point pool with him.
Yeah. So did everyone get healed by the life?
Nobody
pact?
got healing. So
Okay,
the way
great.
Life Pact works is you only get healing if somebody gets knocked the fuck out.
It's literally communism, the spell. I love it.
Oh, true.
So
Interesting.
here you are in this final, hopefully final chamber, as you see the Cuttiren on a large nest atop this massive rock, acting as an island in the center of this lake, which itself has a number of rocks in it. You see around the room several mushrooms. Currently, none of them are glowing. You also see this moonlight coming through, and the Cuttiren is certainly revitalized. So, it is, however, still bloodied. So, everyone go ahead and roll initiative one more time.
You're a giant bird.
Fucking
Do you
hell.
mind just
13.
dying? Could ya?
Dear giant
Oh
bird,
my.
commit suicide, please.
Oh yes. Oh
All right.
yes.
So, Bastion Parker, you are up first. However,
Seem to be-
At the top of round 1, we do in fact have something that needs doing.
Oh no.
So, starting off, we have that number, and then we have that number.
I don't
All
like
right.
that.
I don't-
So-
Yeah, I hate that.
What? I don't like how joyful you sounded saying that.
Like, what does that mean? We have this number, and we have that number, and we have that number.
I
The
feel
mushroom
like-
right next to you begins to glow.
Fucker.
Oh fuck.
The fuck you mean it begins to glow? I'm
The
sorry.
mushrooms up there begin to glow.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't know what it is, but I don't like that.
Mushrooms over there begin to glow.
Oh. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Family
Mushrooms over
love,
there begin
You're
to
the
glow.
devil. Alright, are all the
And-
mushrooms done glowing? Am I doing a
Yes,
thing now?
I was doing math. Okay, now you can do your turn.
I'm gonna go here.
You step into the water.
I
Make
step over
a.
the water.
Nope, that rock is submerged.
Oh, I was hoping
Make
that
a
it
will
wasn't.
save. Hell, it is. Make a will save.
For a moment, I thought that you just forgot you couldn't walk on water.
Okay, this is a 32.
A 32, you say. That is a success.
Oh, wondrous news.
Continue.
Okay. I'm gonna chuck a rock at its stupid head.
Okay. So mean to this poor bird.
The bird is not poor. This is not a poor bird.
It's a
I feel
poor
no
bird.
sympathy for this bird anymore. Fuck, it's a 19. It doesn't do anything. Fuck this
That
bird.
unfortunately does not do anything. You are correct. That brings us now to Thub.
I'm going to do a double elemental blast
Shocked, truly.
on this fucking thing. Yeah, well, I mean, would you like me to not do that?
You do whatever you do. I've decided that I'm
You know
not
what?
helping you with learning all of your actions anymore. So
No, hold on. I'm thinking.
Hey.
And Cameron never went to
Hey,
work
wait, 1
because
second.
Jacob
1 second.
spent
Before you
6
do something, I
years
need to make
figuring
a
out his
bet. Hold on.
spells.
Okay, the bet's been done. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
You know what? You know what? As a special fuck you to this thing, because I can see this is very clearly its nest, I am going to use Scorching Column to set it on
Oh.
fire.
Okay. All right. So within 60 feet of you, is it? So
It is within
let's
60
see.
feet of me, I checked.
It is within 60 feet of you. All right. So
Like dead center of this fucking
dead
nest of
center. Okay.
10
so that
foot
is
radius, by the way.
10-foot radius. 10-foot
Or
radius.
10 feet diameter, sorry.
Yeah. Same difference. 10 feet.
Yeah.
10-foot burst, effectively. And 30 feet in height, you send up this boom! Whoosh of flame. Or at least you try. Unfortunately, there's mushrooms glowing next to you.
Yeah! Colby, do I
What?
win the bet? Do I win the bet, Colby?
And the,
I won! Oh, fuck, damn you! Oh, crap!
So, that is your turn.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, so I don't succeed in doing that.
Correct.
What the fuck
Yeah.
do these mushrooms do?
And I need you to make a will save.
They block
I
the
need to
magic
make.
at
I'm
the
sorry, me?
Yes.
He's the one that needs to make the save here.
No,
what
he doesn't.
the fuck is this bullshit?
You don't have access to your power.
25.
Hey, just an
Okay.
FYI to the listeners who aren't paying attention. The mushroom light does represent I believe, the bleed-in of the deep green, and any single source of magic that is not from the deep green is basically cut off. So every time we're sitting like beneath the canopy or the mushroom light, that's why the spells don't work, and that's also why you see us maneuvering around so awkwardly around these like basically cognito barriers
That's
that
also
Cam
why
has set
there's
up.
a giant fucking orange circle. So 25.
Wait, we
you
can't
say.
see the circles. I don't think we can
You
see
can?
them. No.
Fuck, you should be able to see the circles.
They're not orange, but they're like weird circles, I think.
Well, you should be able to see circles at least. I
Oh.
don't know what.
Oh yeah, I
color
see the circles. Okay, yeah, okay, I see
Okay,
them. Never
yeah.
mind.
They're,
Okay, yes,
that's
okay,
weird.
I
They're
see them.
orange on my screen. But
Okay,
yes,
it's
those
fine.
circles are the radius. All right. So nothing happens then, Thub. That is your turn. Wyatt, you're up.
Wyatt's gonna really quickly take a one action stride, I think. 20 feet. Does this get him out of the radius of the mushrooms, this spot here?
It does get you out of the radius. Yeah, you're currently not in the radius.
Ah,
You're like in the
perfect.
one spot.
Yeah, I'm
that's
like,
between those two mushrooms.
Wyatt just stands horizontally with his beer gut out and just like tries to. And he's gonna look at the Cuttiren.
Sorry,
And-
you stand horizontally.
I
just love
stand
this
horizontally.
Image. I just love this image that you've rotated.
Yeah, I would imagine like he has like suck in his gut slightly, so it can't.
No,
like,
no.
get the edge.
Like I'm imagining you're standing straight up, but it's just like, and you're just rotating on your center of mass.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So you look like Saddam Hussein me.
Wyatt Saddam Hussein's meme down, and he's gonna look at this thing, and he's basically just like opens his mouth, and he says, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna cast percussive impact.
Interesting.
I have to roll an attack roll, but I lob a compressed ball of sound flow, explodes, unleashing a powerful blast. Okay, let me try this. Let me first see if it even hits, by the way.
That's a cool spell.
27.
27. That is just barely a hit.
Okay. Damage. Wyatt just... What does he do? Let's see. Oh! That's 24 plus 3, I guess?
Holy moly.
Holy fuck.
Oh, dude.
So that's 21 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of sonic splash. Target is also deafened for 1 round.
Holy shit.
So,
Yeah.
the bird is now deaf. The bird also takes
Let's
a
cast that. Okay.
huge amount of bludgeoning damage, and a little bit of sonic.
Yeah. Wyatt's just gonna do the Black Bolt meme. I'm sorry.
All right,
Boom,
then,
boom,
that
boom.
is your turn.
With what mouth?
Sorry for party rockin'.
Okay, time for the Cuttiren.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, we're
that
fine.
brings us now to the Cuttiren, which is going to. Let's see.
I don't like how you measured out there.
It's going to do a sudden charge at Bastion while flying. So it's going to do a little flappy-doo. So it's technically 10 feet in the air. And as it gets to you, Bastion, it is going to go for a beak strike.
Of course it is.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Then in that case, you are going to take from that 26 points of piercing damage, and you begin to bleed as it tears into you. So 1d6 persistent bleed.
That's nice.
There you go. Just for you, a little gift.
Oh, thank you. I love gifts.
Yes, little gift. So, it now has no more actions. That is the end of its turn. That brings us to Thicket.
Alright, and it is currently 10 feet in the air?
Yes.
Okay. And just want to check. If I were to cast, well, okay. First, I'm gonna start off with a tandem movement.
Okay.
So, Cranberry is gonna move down there, and Thicket is going to move here. And then, if I were to cast Spout, would that reach the bird in the air?
Let's see. No, it is 10 feet in the air, so it's 10 feet
Okay.
above the water.
And then as a follow-up, what about Scatter Scree? Because visually, I've always imagined these are like rocks floating around, but I don't know if that's the actual intention. But it's a 10-foot line.
I would say, I mean, the difficult terrain wouldn't affect the air, considering these are rocks. But you could still try to damage it.
Okay. I am then, in that case, going to do a... Also, one last question. What is the actual size of this thing? Like, is it large, or is it... What's larger than large?
Huge.
Huge. Gotcha. Okay. In that case, yeah, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do a 2-action act together. So, Thicket is going to cast Guidance on Bastion.
Bastion currently has guidance immunity. Sorry, I forgot to put that on her.
Ah, never mind.
As does Cranberry, now that I'm remembering it.
In that case, that guidance is going to be casted on Thub.
Thub. is now guided.
And then Cranberry is going to cast Scatter Scree. He can also
Alright.
cast spells.
All right, so that is a reflex save. Ba, ba, ba. All right, that is a 34.
Is a critical success.
All right, so it takes no damage.
Fuck.
There are now rocks in the water.
That's my turn.
All right, then. That will bring us now to the top of round 2. And as we get to the top of round 2, we've got some mushrooms to roll on.
That is
Mushroom.
such something in context, man.
Oh boy. All right, so give me a sec. This is going to require a lot of rolling. All right,
Oh boy.
7.
Require a lot of rolling.
So those mushrooms turn off. And then they turn right back on. So roll a 7 again. 6 also activates. 2 activates. And 1 deactivates. 3 activates. So Wyatt, you are now within a mushroom.
Ouch. Oh my gosh.
Wyatt, you are in mushroom range.
He has become mushroom.
I believe this is the last one. 7
You're
deactivates again.
shroomed.
God. All right then.
It's just that one has a bit of an error.
Sending you on like a wild goose chase.
So that brings
I think
us
it's
now
just
to Bastion.
it's like flickering. It's like you gotta get
Okay.
that mushroom replaced, man. Like, come on.
All right, Bastion, you're
I'm
up.
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cast telekinetic projectile using one of those rocks that thicket through the water.
All right. Unfortunately, you are within a mushroom.
Motherfucker.
Basically, this whole area is currently mushroomed.
Mushroom
There's a couple safe spots.
I guess in that case I will move. Why can't I move? I think the bird is
Oh
over
wait,
me
sorry.
and I
Nope,
can't
you're
move.
not in a mushroom currently. You're in. There we go. You are in the one space that is technically not in the radius.
Excellent news. That's a 25 to hit. The
25 unfortunately does not hit, so it doesn't
Oh.
matter. Anyways,
bird.
apologies.
Awesome news. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to cast a one-action heal on myself because when the bird inevitably bites me, I'm gonna put myself in the best possible situation.
Excellent. And it will remain in that spot because it's actually over you currently.
I figured.
All right. So, how many hit points?
Let's find out. 6. So back up
6
to
hit points. Look at you. And as we move on, you take 2 points of bleed damage.
Excellent
Which
news.
you will likely need to apply there. And
Yeah.
you need to roll a recovery check.
Well, that's a 3 because when have
3.
I ever rolled successfully on a bleed check?
I don't think you ever have. All right
it has
then.
not happened.
Thub, you are up. And a reminder,
Step
you're
outside the
currently
fucking
within a
mushroom.
mushroom radius.
I am within a mushroom radius. I am going to go over to this rock here.
Okay, you will need to. That will take a significant amount of movement because that will require climbing. So,
Yes.
also I need a will save because that means you're going in the water.
Yes.
So let's start with that.
That is a 24 will save.
Okay, cool. Nothing happens. All right then. And then as you go to climb, I need an athletics check. We haven't done climbing in such a long time.
Oh,
And it's
remember
been
back
so
in
long.
Abomination Vaults?
Abomination Vaults episode 2. 34 fucking athletics checks.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot about that.
Jesus.
That was like 2 years ago.
It was. Yeah.
It was the
Which
death.
is ridiculous.
That's how awful it was. We still remember it. Like,
Yeah. And the worst part is, that's where you can actively see people stop listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
We should be able to like add a thing there that says, "Please, dear God, start at episode 10."
I did. Spotify lets you recommend starting points. I recommend people just start at Soul of Frost.
Oh my god.
All right. So, what did you get for your athletics check?
That is going to be a 25.
A 25. We'll call that a critical success. So you can move. You can move 10 feet up, which I'd say is enough to get on top of the rock.
Fantastic. Is that all my? Are those all my turns, or do I still have one left?
It took one action to get to the rock, one action to climb up the rock, so you have one action remaining.
Okay, cool.
And let me just double check real quick. You are not currently in a mushroom radius. Just barely.
Yep. I specifically picked that spot because it is not in the group of any mushrooms.
Yes.
Any
It is the
mushrooms that are
one.
active yet.
No, like it's the one. I'm pretty sure it's like the one spot where I don't get mushroomed. Hopefully. So, yeah, I'm gonna use a. I'm gonna use an fire elemental blast.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That is a 25.
25, unfortunately, does not hit.
Fuck me.
That brings us now to Wyatt Hyena Barrel, who's
All
currently
right.
in mushroom range.
I am. Is this spot right here not within mushroom range? Like right here.
Correct. That spot is barely like between ranges.
Can I try and burn a stride to get there?
Yes, you don't have to climb. That's only like a few feet up. However, you do enter the water, so I need a will save.
Yes, I will. I understand. I will need to roll a will save on this. Oh my gosh! You know what? I've never used this ability. But I think this is a saving throw, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna burn my halfling luck of the day, and I'm going to re-roll that.
Genuinely forgot you had that.
Yeah, me too. Until I was like, wait, halflings have this shit. There we go.
I thought
Second
that
will
was a
save.
D&D exclusive.
Yeah, turns out it's not. Okay, I'll take that. 25.
25. Okay, you get to the rock.
Yes! He's lucky in some parts, right?
You have two
I got
actions
two
remaining.
Two actions remaining. What fucking awful thing can I do with... Wyatt's just gonna slam this thing with a divine lance. He just has to get it. Wait.
Okay.
Does he? Wait, let me see what other spells he has. I can do math. Divine lance is 2d4. Fuck it. He's just gonna actually cast Admonishing Ray. This last attack. Last attack. Let's do it. I punch him in the face. At least I tried to. Whoa, 23.
23 unfortunately does not hit.
That does not. That's my turn.
Alright then, that is your turn. That brings us now to the Cuttiren itself, which is going to turn now to Wyatt.
Alright.
He is going to claw at you.
Oh.
That is going to be a 30 to hit.
30 hits and is a crit.
Oof. Alright. Then in that case, I also need a will save, please.
Alright, a will save. Natural 20, 32.
Natural 20 for a total of 32. Alright, that is definitely a success. And as a natural 20, I think I'm willing to call that a critical success.
Okay.
So, that is going to actually, you feel the deep green trying to get to you, and you're like, nope, fuck you, Sursheen for the win. So you actually see the Cuttiren sort of pull back a little bit.
Yeah, do you know what the holy symbol for Cersei right now is? 2 fucking middle fingers.
So I need to get some other dice. There we go.
I'm also gonna totally die, but that's the important thing. Go on swinging, right?
So that is going to be 12 42 points of slashing damage.
I am down for the count, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's me wounded free, right?
You're not wounded 3 yet.
Oh, I'm just
You're
dying.
dying
Come
3.
back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you basically, when you come back up, you'll be wounded 3, and then if you go down again, that's it.
Okay, got it.
So, that was 2
Wait, no,
actions.
I don't get hit. Because we're on life pact right now, right?
This is so true. You're on life.
We're on
pact.
life pact.
We
We're on
forgot
life
life
pact.
pact.
Everybody
loses
lose
3 hit
points.
And that means that Wyatt gains 3 times 3, 9. Wyatt gains 9 hit points.
I'm back in business, baby.
And
God
you
for
weren't
the
ever
fancy
knocked
dance.
out, so you're
Yeah,
still wounded too.
I am. I'm not prone either. I just take it.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone loses those 3 hit points.
Imagine if we had not remembered.
Yeah.
And we
honestly,
just
I almost
die
did.
Die on this.
Imagine if
Jacob,
we
did you
said,
lose
actually,
those 3
let's
hit
not do it.
points? Jacob Perez, did you
How many?
apply? Bruh, 3.
3.
Oh, I'm at 9 right now.
Fuck.
Yes, I'm at 9.
And in that
What do you
case,
mean,
then,
fuck? You just contributed to the party communism, man. It's a good thing.
the Cuttiren is then going to.
Good point, Wyatt.
Yeah.
I proudly serve the party.
I say that. I say that in character, by the way. All my F-bombs are in character.
Fly over to there.
Oh, he flies.
That's his last
They
action.
fly.
They fly
Start
now?
Fucking flying,
They
you
fly
son of a
now?
bitch.
That brings us to Thicket.
God fucking damn it! I had a plan.
Get fucked.
Shit. Okay. That's fine. We can work with this. I'm gonna start with a 1 action act together. So Thicket is going to channel elements.
Okay.
And so, what is the range on this blast?
Do you
30
have
feet,
the
okay.
feat that lets you get a blast for free, or no?
No, I don't get a blast for free,
Okay.
but it's still an action that I can take to like use it.
Yes. Yeah. Just couldn't remember. If you get it for free.
And then that's going to be a tandem movement for Cranberry's side of
Okay.
that. So Thicket will move here, and that's a will save,
As you
correct?
step into the water, yes, we'll save.
Don't let me down.
Oh!
Oh,
Oof.
fuck.
Can someone burn?
Oh,
Can someone burn a
wow.
hero point?
Oh,
Who's burning?
I'll burn a hero point for that.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I should burn a hero point for that because the bird is right next to me and he might roll a crit. So
And if he crits, it's not a problem. Remember, because
That's
you're
true, that's
protected
true.
by
That is true.
communism.
Yes, that is true. That is true. I am being protected by my fellow party members, so I
Yeah,
will.
that means so many things when you say that.
So I will.
Yeah, your fellow party members,
So are you
comrades.
using the hit point or not?
Yes, I'm using the hero point.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, 28.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
Done your
and then Cranberry with his tandem movement. Hang on, is he still? Is also going to step into the water.
Okay. Cranberry also needs a will save then.
Yeah.
Cranberry just dies right away, sizzles out.
Oh.
Oh, 16.
16. That is unfortunately a failure. So
Oh, no.
we finally get to see what this water does.
Oh. It gives you healing powers.
Cranberry falls unconscious
Oh, what?
Oh.
No!
instantly.
Cranberry does. So, what is that? Does he just go back inside of me?
Nope. Cranberry falls unconscious.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll deal with that later.
Cranberry
That
is
was
not
a-
immune to that condition. So
I see. So that was a single
enough.
action act together. So now I am going to go ahead. I have 2 actions remaining. First action.
You entered channel elements, so you have 1 action remaining.
That was part of an act together.
Oh, right, tandem movement.
Yep. So I'm going to elemental blast that fucking thing. That's a 23 to hit.
23 unfortunately does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Whoa! All right then. Card number 37. That was a bomb or spell. Corrosive. If this is an acid bomb or spell, the target takes triple damage. Any other bomb or spell deals double damage. So just regular old critical damage.
Beautiful. And this is bludgeoning, I should say.
Yes.
That is 14 points of bludgeoning.
14 points of bludgeoning.
Straight
All right.
to the face.
This
The
seems
beak.
to... Oh, yeah. Straight right on the nose there. If I can do some math. There we go. Okay. This is a very injured bird.
Oh, he's
I don't
mortal.
know why it's not actually mortal.
Oh,
I don't know why it says
no!
that.
Cam, don't deny us.
Injure that bird!
It's not!
Injure that bird!
Kill the bird!
Kill the bird! We want rotisserie chicken today!
Good!
So, that brings us now to Bastion.
Alright, I would like to cast Void Warp on the son of a bitch.
Okay. Actually, we're at the start of a new round. First, I need to deal with the mushrooms.
Mushroom.
I also
Oh, yes.
need to deal
Mushroom!
with Bastion's will save that I forgot about last time as well.
Didn't I roll a will save?
For being in the water? No. I don't believe so.
Oh, they're continual.
Oh, yeah. First time you enter the water, and every time you start your turn in the water.
Oh no,
Awesome.
All right. So, only 1 mushroom gets changed this time, number 5. So, let's see. Where is number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right then. So now the one that was on Thub for so long has finally gone out. All right then. Bastion will save.
That is a 20.
20. That is a success. All right.
I'd like to cast Void Warp on it. It's
Okay.
a DC 21 basic fortitude.
Save. Okay. That is a 31.
So that critically succeeds, right?
All right then. Yes, it does. So nothing happens.
I'm not gonna bother rolling that. That's fine. Can I? Let's try something weird. Can I try and just pick up Cranberry and get him out of the water?
Sure. How heavy is Cranberry?
Well, he is made of rocks and fire.
Yeah.
So-
Wait, I think...
I'd say
wait,
pretty damn heavy.
is he heavy or how bulk? How much bulk does he have? We gotta use Pathfinder.
I'm looking up bulk of creatures. Let's see. So he is a medium creature, so he's 6 bulk, same as the rest of you, I'd say. So
Damn, all that rock.
let's see. Would that? Okay. Yeah, you can pick him up.
Does he
So-
do anything, or?
As you pull him out of the water, he does, in fact, wake up. However, I believe you are now severely encumbered, as you have Cranberry in your arms.
Oh, I'm incredibly encumbered.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and give you the encumbered condition there.
Yeah, just go ahead and put that on.
Yeah. So, I believe that is your turn. So,
Oh, yeah,
bleed
that's the end of it.
time. You take 5 points of bleed damage. And just a
Well, that's
reminder
a
that
1 for my
persistent
flat
damage
check.
does not automatically apply. Flat check
I
of
know.
1, that's ouch. You are still bleeding. Thub, you're up.
Oh boy. I am going to use a 2-action elemental blast of fire.
Okay.
Not ranged. It is going to be a melee.
You are actually within melee of it because you're both up 10 feet in the air.
Yep. So that is going to be a 27 to hit.
That just barely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fuck yeah. That's 16.
16 points of fire damage, alright. It's quite injured. You have 1 action remaining.
It's mortal.
It's not actually mortal.
Oh.
Something's broken in the module.
Fuck! Is it bloodied?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's been bloodied for ages.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's why. That's weird. The
Bloody
percentages are all messed up.
Oh, it's mortal via percentage, not by your definition of mortal.
Yes, so I'm just going to adjust. There we go. Mortal has now been adjusted to 10%, so it's no longer 10 hit points or less. It is 10% of its hit points or less.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it has 2,000 hit points. No, I'm kidding.
So it is still bloodied, but not yet mortal.
It's gotta. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna use another elemental blast.
Okay?
Okay, so 21. That doesn't do
21 does not hit, unfortunately. That brings us to Wyatt.
Someone's gonna die. I sure as fuck hope it's not me. I'm going to, I'm gonna first and foremost cast shield on myself, I think.
I believe
Just
you
so
have
I have-
shield immunity.
Oh, I do! Oh, right! 10 minutes! Alright, I'm not gonna cast that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a big one.
It is a cantrip.
It is, yep, that's the weakness. I wonder if I could keep him alive long enough for this to come into play. I'm gonna try and Divine Lance this thing.
Okay.
It's
go
the
ahead and roll
only
hit.
spell I have left. Wait, no, it's not the only spell I have left. You know what? Actually, instead of doing that, I'm gonna spend literally my last spell. I'm gonna cast Soothe on myself.
Okay.
Just to get myself some bit of healing, so I'm not like the ultimate like HP vampire for this next bit.
You said cast soup on yourself, and I was like, what the fuck does that?
Might as well call it soup. Goodness, I get 12 hit points back. Okay.
Okay.
I cast French onion.
I wish, and soothe, and I will then cast guidance on Fub.
Okay.
By the way, this Cuttiren and Fub are like having the ultimate showdown 10 feet in the air. He's on a platform, Cuttiren's in the air, fire everywhere.
This is badass.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, Fub, you can fucking do it! I believe in your fat ass!
Not the fat ass.
Yeah.
I was hoping that I had
yeah,
misheard, and it was
fat
bad. Bad.
No, it's a fat ass. No,
So
he
what
says
did
it pretty
you-
clearly.
Sorry, what
It's-
did you cast
it's
on Thug?
badass.
I cast guidance.
Guidance, got it.
I'm pretty sure
Sorry, I was
had
too
guidance.
focused on the fat
Wait.
I was
ass.
distracted
yeah,
by
yeah,
so
the
it
yeah,
ass.
is.
guidance.
Right. So.
Oh,
guidance
you need.
is-
Okay, never mind.
Apologies.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so I can't
keep
cast
forgetting
guidance on him.
I keep forgetting guidance because it never actually does anything.
Yeah, it does it. I don't know
True,
why we
but
have
hey,
it.
It's a good use of an action. It's a single
No,
action
we-
spell.
No,
Do you know
it
what I
does
have in my-
something, we just
Do you want-
forget. I just always forget.
Do you want to know what I
completely
have in my
forget.
left hand that I completely forgot? I checked my
What is that?
inventory. It's the galvanic chew.
You can take an action to pull that out if you want.
I have it in my hand technically according to my inventory, but
Interesting. All right. don't know. Well, you also technically have the Wand of Bless in your hand
Oh,
and the
right.
Bullseye Lantern.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
I would say that is
so
not
many
the case.
hands.
I have free hands. Yeah, I'll burn an action to take the Galvanic Chew out.
All right, you now have the Galvanic Chew out, and that is your turn. That brings us now to the Cuttiren, which is going to go for Mr. Thub Ugiman with
Oh
a
boy.
beak strike. That is a 31 to hit.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Don't worry, we're immune to crits now. It's fine.
No, we're not.
So, that is going to be a lovely little... Oof. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, bro.
I really don't like that.
Yeah, I don't
really
like
don't like
76.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
He's
Oh.
fine though. He gets 9 HP back.
Yeah, he gets 9 HP back. All of you lose 3, and Thub is at 1. Or, sorry, Thub is at 9, effectively.
Yeah.
that.
Hey, so what
So,
if
yeah,
losing that
And
3
0
HP
stamina, no stamina left at all.
What if losing that 3 HP brings someone down to 0? Would it just be like an infinite loop?
No, just means
You
I'd
know
be at,
what?
like,
Let me
7
actually
instead.
read the spell.
Yeah, wait, what?
Because that
Important
would
question.
be really
Is
funny.
that relevant at this important moment?
Yeah, no, we don't need to worry about that right now.
You make a
Don't worry.
really
Yeah.
solid point.
Yeah.
We're on a time
So-
crunch.
No, it says hit points
actually-
lost this way. It has to get attacked. And so if it loses 3 hit points, it just goes unconscious.
Okay. So, let me actually look up. Hold on, I want to double check something.
Don't you gotta work in like 10 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, Thub, you're also bleeding. 1d12 persistent bleed.
Do not fall unconscious again!
I haven't fallen unconscious yet. I'm just pissed off.
So,
Wait,
the
you
Cuttiren
said
has
1d12 persistent?
Yes,
as
I
in-
did.
As in, I can lose a max of 12 hit points.
Yes, I did. The Cuttiren
my
now
fucking
has
God.
2 actions remaining.
Oh no.
Oh no, okay.
No.
Oh please!
It is going to use 1. Sorry, it has 1 action remaining. It used a Tearing Clutch, so it has 1 action remaining, which it is going to use to go ahead and make a Talon Strike against Thub.
Oh.
That is a 31 to hit.
He's dead.
So, Thub, I believe that is another critical
Oh,
hit.
am I? What?
That is another critical hit.
Yes!
So, that's going to be 50 points of slashing damage to Thub.
He's at
So,
9 HP.
Once again, Thub is at 9 HP. Everyone else loses another 3.
Oh
and
my
at
God.
the end of its turn, since the Cuttiren has not used a fly action, it is actually going to... Just, if I can find this damn action. There we go. It is actually going to fall down that 10 feet and land on the rock. So it is no longer 10 feet in the air. It is now, well, actually, it is, because it's on the rock, but it's just not flying anymore. All right, then. That is the end of the Cuttiren's turn. That brings us to Thicket.
So, since it's technically on the ground now, would a spout hit it? Because spout can come from either the water itself or ground, like just regular ground.
Then yeah.
Great. I'm gonna go ahead and cast spout on it, coming right out of that rock,
Cool.
and that is
That's
a
a
basic
save.
reflex save.
Basic reflex save. All right. That is a dirty 30.
That is a regular success.
All right, so half damage. Hey, good roll.
Yeah, 7 points of bludgeoning.
7 points of bludgeoning, and it is weak to that, so it will take some additional damage.
And then I'm gonna...
Hold on a sec, I need to do math. Oh my fucking god. There we go. The Cuttiren is now mortal.
Beautiful. I'm now gonna throw a big-ass rock in its face.
Fuck yeah.
And that is a 27.
Oh!
27 just barely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on!
And that is 8 points of bludgeoning.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. How do you want to finish
Yes!
off the Cuttiren?
Yes!
So after the thing is thrown off balance by the water spout, the water gushing up as it's, on the corner of this rock, it begins to fall downwards, and it lands, belly first into the water. It's sort of prone, as Thicket is going to telekinetically lift up a big chunk of that rock right in front of him and just drive it right into the thing's forehead, right between the eyes, with just a nice meaty thunk.
Hell yeah. You do just that. The rock just goes through in one side, out the other. The Cuttiren releases one last as its beak lies limp. Its limbs spasm for a moment before everything falls silent.
I need to know.
really didn't think we were gonna get through that without someone dying, so...
I thought so too. And Cam, I need to know. When I
Yeah.
made that elemental blast, how much health did it have left?
It had 12. It has
So the-
weakness.
So, holy shit, that was just enough.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Did I deal exactly 12 damage to it?
No, you dealt... It has a weakness of 9 to bludgeoning.
Oh shit!
My gosh,
God.
dude!
So
I could have decked the shit out of this thing, and that would have done worse.
yes! Yes, it would have!
We learned this.
We did learn this. However, this is Jacob Perez we're talking about. Anyways,
Well, I mean, it would have been a 1d4 plus
You are
1
now
bludgeoning day, so
here-
like, nothing really.
in the room with the Cuttiren, all of the mushrooms go dark.
Great, those creepy voice things won't speak to me again.
As you think that to yourself, you fools
Oh no.
know not what you have done.
You killed a bird.
It will become one with the green again in time. And you are locked forever from peace.
Well, that seems fun.
So,
Is it done?
This feels a ray of sunshine.
There's a ritual after you hear crazy voices like this. You wanna know what?
an exorcism.
No, Wyatt's gonna take a piss on the rock.
Oh.
And just middle
Casual.
finger to the sky. Middle finger to the sky as he does it. By
Casual.
most holy Circean ritual.
So, now that you have a little space here, you actually would notice there does actually appear to be something still glowing over here, even though it's not the mushrooms. Looks like there's some weave stones over there against the wall.
Woo!
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Let's loot this place.
Yeah, and there's the nest in the middle there,
Tell me there
which
aren't eggs.
Thub from that vantage point, it looks like there are some eggs.
Nice, nice.
It actually looks like 3 are hatched and 1 is still intact.
Guys,
There are like hatchlings in the nest?
There are not currently any
Breakfast.
hatchlings in the nest.
no,
Oh,
no. We are going to raise this as our child.
Oh.
Bob's like, dinner, and Colby's like, new pet?
My son.
Guys, we need a mascot.
Child?
We need a party
Oh.
mascot.
A mascot!
God, out of character.
Have fun.
Out of character. Out of character. Can you imagine us pulling up to like the final battle with like the Soul of Frost or whatever, and like Frost zombies like the fucking Lich King, and we ride into battle on a fucking Cuttiren? Imagine
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Look,
All right, guys.
Baldur's Gate 3, Act 1, you rescue an owlbear cub. Final battle of the game, it's a fully grown owlbear helping you out.
Yes.
Same exact vibe here.
Yeah, we can make it our mascot, and we can call our team the Eldritch Horrors.
We already have a name.
The Eldritch whores.
The Eldritch
The
Horrors.
Eldritch Horrors.
The Eldritch
yes.
Horrors?
Horrors.
Horrors!
Anyways,
I said
so-
horrors!
So are you
Tentacles?
taking
No!
the egg?
Yes. you
Wyatt's
take the
gonna
egg.
very gently, as a cleric of life should, and his first head of it, very gently take it into his own possession.
Thug is still
Okay.
looking at it as if he wants to eat it, but he will
Wyatt?
refrain from doing so.
You now have the Cuttiren egg, which I will. Let's see. Are you putting that in your bag, or are you just carrying it? In your
I'm
belt?
literally putting it inside my coat to keep it warm.
Okay.
At least.
all
Oh
right.
god, this
You're
looks
baiting
huge.
it.
I don't think I can fit, but I'll try.
These are the size of Wyatt.
Let's see.
Shit.
So let me make the Cuttiren egg here. I somehow didn't expect you to want to keep it as a pet for some reason.
Even
You-
after
you think
Colby's
we
whole
need it?
let's domesticate it thing this morning.
I
Yeah, come on.
honestly missed that. However, this egg is very heavy. It is 2 bulk.
Oh, I can't carry it, guys. Oh, I
So you
can't
are
carry.
now encumbered.
Can't get someone else carry
Put
this.
down cranberries, so I could probably take the.
Here you go. Please keep it safe. Oh, I almost dropped it.
Okay, so Bastion now has the Cuttiren egg. Alright. Yeah, Bastion now has the Cuttiren egg. Lovely.
And while all that's going on, Thicket is going to saunter on over to the dead Cuttiren and put his hand on the beak.
Yeah, which part of this are we cutting off to take back to the chief?
We should carve up
You're supposed to
the old
you're
thing.
supposed to bring the whole thing.
Oh, fuck.
It's a really large bird. Does he know what he's asking, actually?
We how are we going to get this out of here?
Brother, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could get it out of the forest, maybe we could drag it with the snowmobile, but that's like a lot of ifs.
Well, here's a question. I feel a breeze coming up top. There's a hole in the roof there. Maybe we could hoist it out somehow.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
with the mushrooms gone, would Wyatt feel a stronger, and the Cuttiren dead, would he feel an almost stronger connection to Cersine right now?
You pretty much feel you still feel like you are affected somewhat by this very heavy air. You're still very definitely in a place highly affected by the deep green, but you do have your connection to Cersine back to normal,
Okay.
at least.
Okay. I was wondering if we kill an avatar of the deep green, or at least something this powerful, and Wyatt's just saying this out loud, it is in a strange moment of sober consideration. How would that affect the deep green out here?
Do you want my
And
2
as-
cents?
No.
Yes. And Wyatt opens his hands for him to give him 2 copper.
Yeah,
He can't
I-
see,
I-
obviously.
I can feel that you're waiting for me to give you some money. I'm not going to do that. However, if I were to guess, the deep green being what it is too powerful for us to have any real impact on it. Like it's like a hand reaching into a pond for a fish. The fish only knows the the hand part of it. Doesn't know all the rest that's out there. Could be that this avatar is just the hand reaching into our pond, and the rest is still up on the green somewhere.
That is an
And-
incredible analogy, and I have no idea what you just said. I kind of tuned out the second word.
And with that thought, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, we did it! Wait.
And y'all
Yeah.
level up.
Yes!
Fuck yes!
Y'all are
Oh!
now level 6.
What?
think-
Do we have access?
This is
Yeah.
a new power spike, isn't it?
I think it might be. I don't remember.
I know. I
But,
get to like switch out all my spells now, which is so exciting.
There's some pretty good stuff. Yeah, Yona, what was your question?
I was literally saying like, hey, that means we get access. That means healers get access to stamina spells, right? Or the stamina feeds.
Yes. Well, you've had access to
Yes.
stamina spells this whole time.
Okay. Okay.
You just haven't taken them, but you have access to at least one of those stamina feats. So, Thub, how are you feeling?
Just a massive sense of relief.
Wyatt, how are you feeling?
Oh, he's so tired,
Fair.
but he's happy everyone's alive.
Thicket, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Bastion, how are you feeling?
Thank him, Oz. No one died.
Thank God for that life pact.
I know. I'm so glad I took a minute to cast that. You know.
Even though you did allow the Cuttiren to heal.
A little bit.
It healed it healed a lot.
Oh, damn it. Okay. At least I have my
You
moment of
reflected on
glory.
it. We killed it. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
This
Doesn't
is
matter.
true.
Alright.
And how are we all feeling as players?
Fucking
Oh,
great.
that was awesome.
Hell yeah.
That was
Your
real
fiendish
Pathfinder.
mind is
Fantastic.
terrifying.
That's peak Pathfinder right there.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you all enjoyed. We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.